What's up, guys? So today we're gonna be working on this truck. We honestly thought that the differential was leaking. You know, maybe she had like a bad pinion seal or whatever. Maybe she had something in the back and it was leaking. But no, it turns out it's actually her brake lines. I threw a bunch of brake cleaner, like a whole can right now, so I cleaned everything up because I'm trying to specifically find where the leak is coming from. So as you can see, I believe these are compression fittings. They did that. They didn't even bother getting the right lines. You know, there's all kinds of shit going on with this truck. She told me the whole story about it, how one guy worked on it, fucked it up, and then the next guy, and then the next guy, and then it's just it ended up here now. I did her front brakes maybe 2 years ago. She hasn't had any problems with that, but like multiple people have been working on this truck, so we're just trying to figure out what exactly went wrong here. We're gonna fix it. So I cleaned up everything, all the brake line fluid and shit, and right now I'm gonna turn it on and then try to figure out which line exactly it is, and maybe go get some custom lines made. That way she doesn't have this issue down the line, because it's actually hard to take this bed off. It's a little bit heavier more than normal because it has the tubs, the doghouse. The doghouse not even done right either. It's all leaking the oil to the inside or whatever. It's all cut up. The bed's cracking. Here, cracked over here already. It's because they cut too much material off the bed right here. And you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to actually minimal cut and then roll the rest. And then the same thing over here, it's cracked over here. So this is what comes with the territory whenever you wanna static drop your truck, pretty much. Stupid low, coilovers, whatever. And then this little part right here, should just cut the whole thing off. But yeah, we're gonna take care of the truck. She's a really good friend of mine. Trying to figure out the issue and just do an oil change also. But the main thing right now is the brakes. So you can see those are the compression fittings. So these are your main two brake lines, on these 07 to 13 body styles. I don't know if y'all remember, it jumps into this right here. Not exactly sure why they didn't just put them back on. Why they had to go through the trouble of doing compression fittings. To me, that shit makes no sense. And then you do have the other two lines that run over here. And then obviously you should have done a shorter brake line, because the differential is cut. It's not, the stock size anymore. Instead of just doing a loop and maybe the brake line hitting somewhere, rubbing somewhere. Because you can see right here, it's been rubbing on the bar. Rubs over here. Should have just cut the line from the beginning, and then installed it or whatever. Double checked that it wasn't leaking, but no, it's leaking bad. She barely made it over here yesterday. She said that the pedal goes all the way down. She didn't even know she was gonna make it. Almost all the fluid was gone out of the master cylinder. So I'll check it out right now and then probably go get some lines made and shit for the truck. So this one still looks like the stock one, to be honest with you. This is the aftermarket one, so I don't know. It might be the one that's actually leaking. I don't know if these guys got the wrong size, or not exactly sure what the fuck happened here. But there's a leak, a really bad leak, so I'm gonna take care of it. So guys, days 2. We finally put the bed back on last night. We found the problem. It took us all day. Had to bleed the brakes a couple times. I had to change the line. There's not a lot of pressure on the driver's side, but we ended up changing the line. I also found out that all of that stuff was loose. The line was loose. The bleeder valve was loose. One of the compression fittings is leaking because it was loose, but we finally found that out once we were able to build pressure. So we did the best we could on that. Honestly, we think the brake booster needs to get, not the brake booster, the master cylinder needs to get changed out, and then her little I forgot the name of it, the brake shit that you have under the frame pretty much controls a lot of this stuff, where the fluid is gonna go, the pressure and all that stuff. that might be either it's already messed up or whatever, it needs to get changed out. That one's a headache. So we're gonna do the master cylinder first whenever she brings it back. Hopefully that fixes it, and if not, we're kind of fucked. We're gonna have to change that other stuff out. So right now all I'm gonna do is just put the wheels back on, do an oil change, and she's ready to go. But yeah, you guys that want to do like brake lines or whatever, like, man, take your time on that stuff and double check it, triple check it, that it's not leaking. Because if those lines fail like this that this happened, when she got here she barely had any fluid in the master cylinder. What if she would have had an accident, you know? Like that would have fell back on whoever was the last guy that worked on the brakes. So, you know, just keep that into consideration, that you guys are like, you guys are responsible for this shit, you know? Like, what if something would have happened to her or whatever, you know? Just think about that. So take your work a little bit more serious, do things right. If you don't know what the fuck you're doing, find somebody that does, you know? Like, just do the right thing, man. So yeah, this pretty much wraps it up. I mean, I don't think you guys want to see me get under the truck and do an oil change, so we're gonna call it a day. Put her wheels back on right now and then do the oil change, and that's it. She's gonna be ready to go home. And then another thing I wanted to point out, you guys that are gonna do wheels, or you got big wheels, please don't cut the shit out of the fender. If you do that, this is what ends up happening. The bed ends up like breaking or whatever. If anything, just shave off a little bit, or don't even shave anything. Just get the bed rolled, like roll all that shit, and you guys should be good. So, yup, the do's and don'ts. So yeah, guys, check you guys out later, because I gotta clean up the shop, get the truck out of here, clean up the shop, because we're throwing a little birthday party tonight. That's probably gonna be for another video. So see you guys later. Choo.